update you on how to access the program so that when your constituents call upon you, you would have the relevant information. Because what we have discovered is that a lot of persons don't have the information and the correct information. And what we want to do is ensure that we all have the correct information so we can advise and guide our constituents properly.
Mm-hmm. Time frame?
Very soon.
As in this first quarter of the financial year?
Definitely.
All right. Thanks, Chairman. Thanks, Minister.
Member Hines.
The Chairman, Minister Morgan. Yes, one question.
Yes.
Just want to find out about Spark 2. Will the selection process take the same format as Spark 1, where the constituents and the elected representatives are included in decision making?
That is planned when the time arrives.
Say again?
We will have consultations through the procedure for the selection of roads in the constituency.
For the main roads?
No, not for the main road.
What format will the main roads take?
The main roads are the purview of the National Works Agency. They are not constituency-based roads. They are national roads. Because remember, main roads on many occasions traverse or border more than one constituency.
Okay, thank you.
And not now.
Member Browne. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to be very efficient with the questions that I want to ask. Yes, so the first one I want to talk about is Spark. And I am pleased to hear the minister say that we're not talking about substandard, we're dealing with information sharing and we're dealing with quality. I, in this matter, speak on behalf of the people of Southwest St. Andrew. And I have some challenges with how we have been approaching the Spark program. And let me be clear that it hasn't been the same for each contractor stroke subcontractor. But what I find is I don't believe that, as was said earlier, that any MP should have to write you to get the scope and the details of the work to be done. I find it very dysfunctional that you send to say this road has been approved, and then the next thing somebody say, send me a liaison. The first thing to remember in this is that the relationship that is being established between whoever the contractor or the contractor's liaison is with who is a liaison from the constituency is one of authority and power. And what that means when you seek not to include the member of parliament in terms of the details about what is to be done, so that you are clear in being able to look and to monitor and to choose the appropriate individual who can manage that, means that you leave the thing wide open. I'll tell you that sometimes I suspect that it is being done deliberately because it is a way of trying to keep the member of parliament out of the loop and in the dark. I'm telling you. I think so too. I'm telling you. That's why I'm raising it here, right? So I raise that. The scope, I think, is very important because if we look at Oakland Crescent, for example, that was started, people come and all you see happening is the sidewalk being dug up. Nobody knows if the road itself is going to be fixed, when in fact their priority is the road to be fixed. When you dig up the sidewalk, a little rain falls, nobody knows if NWA, the contractors, or anybody has taken into consideration that the carrying capacity of water on that road is tremendous. And if something is not done to carry that water off the road, whatever road you put up there is going to be damaged in no time. Yes? And so, as would have happened, is that the last time some rain fell, every house on that road got flooded out. And whatever little sand, whatever was there, that got washed away. So again, it is a waste of resources. Yes? And I believe if there was that conversation before, some of these things would have been explored and they could have been prevented. So I want to make sure that that does not happen in the future, and I'd like to see that fixed. That is in that case. And I'm just going through them so you can answer afterwards. Take a look.
You have not asked a question yet.
No, yes, I am asking. No, I made it very clear. I am asking that the information sent to the member of parliament is detailed.
We just communicated that a while
No,
ago.
sufficient to allow for the proper selection of a liaison officer and a clear understanding.
Accept it.
Okay.
What was your next question?
So that's one. My next question actually has to do with a program that you had called Hope. I
Hope
couldn't
program.
find, I think a certain name. I couldn't find it anywhere in this year's budget, but I am told from your agency that some of the houses make that
That is for
some of the houses that you approved back in 2016, which has not yet been started, where 2 people dead and buried already. So, you are the minister? No, so I'm not. So hold it. No, so hold it. Well, tell her. Yeah. So, Minister, let me talk to the 2 ministers. I don't know which one has what responsibility. And I'm talking in particular about the Big Yard project. You remember the Big Yard project? The tenement, same. So remember someone call it Big Yard tenement? Okay. So for that one, we had approved a 10 apartment one. It has been years. People have died. People have run away. People have gone to country, and nothing has taken place. I have written letters. I have called, and nothing. I have another young lady who was, well, not a young lady, an older lady. She suffered a stroke. She was made homeless. Yeah. And all of that, and nothing to date. Let me tell you what is frustrating about a project like that. These are individuals who are most vulnerable. I'll be honest, I have not submitted one other project on any of those. Apart from thinking that it was a scam because it wasn't moving, I also did not want to raise the hopes of individuals in the constituency only to drop it because we hear nothing. I think it is unreasonable. I think that it is horrible, yes, in terms of how we treat individuals, and it should not happen. So to you, Minister, I want to know, where do we go from here? And what should I say to those individuals who should be recipients of those houses?
Member.
Me write letter till me tired.
Member. First of all, let me, on behalf of the program, apologize to you and to the constituents who have been affected by what you have detailed.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Secondly, the records have shown that you made 3 applications under the program. One has been completed, I believe, and one is to go to tender, which is the big tenement replacement.
I would even know.
Right. Secondly, contact was made with your office sometime this week, and an update was provided, and I would be very happy to off air go into the details with that.
I off air will have that conversation with you. I must admit they did say, but by now I've lost faith in the project.
I understand.
And I know I was coming prepared to deal with it today.
I understand that you have lost faith,
Yes.
and this is a program that the Prime Minister has personal overview of, and we would not want you, as such a vital stakeholder, to lose faith in this program.
Thank you very much.
Chairman to chairman.
Thank you
So
very much.
we will undertake the challenge before us is to get back that faith of yours.
Yes. And I'm open, so I'm waiting for that conversation. And finally, Minister, Majestic Gardens has 2 major drains. And I don't know what else to do or to say. When NWA did Chesterfield Avenue and removed one of the overhead, what you call it now, bridge that was there, yes, they created a challenge in the community because that walkway is so low that every time there is some rain, anything in the gully gets trapped there, water backs up in no time, and the entire community is flooded. Again, I have spoken, I have written, I want to know that something is going to be done.
I've asked the entity to look at it based on what you just said. So you can expect them to reach out to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. They're nicer to me than you.
Uh,
Member Shaw.
yeah, Minister.
Thank you very much.